na 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 na. Melissa, is that you singing?
What kind of song is this for Chingu Talk? I don't sing nursery rhymes to my Chingus.
Well, we have Melissa in for Busan 친구 Talk. It's our first time doing a show together, right?
Regularly.
Yeah, regularly, yes. We've seen each other from time to time and outside the studio as well.
Yes.
But now Melissa will be joining in the new show as Busan 친구 Talk segment every single Wednesday.
Yes, I am here every single Wednesday. So to introduce this segment a little bit, first of all, Busan is awesome. Maybe you've noticed.
Yes.
Tourists are visiting Busan in record numbers. Statistics show last year Busan actually ranked the 67th best city in the whole wide world.
Oof.
So with this popularity comes a lot of curiosity about not just tourist attractions, but Korean culture, Korean people, and all the details about life in Korea that maybe even locals here don't consider. So in this segment, we're going to discuss the seemingly mundane parts of the average Busan resident's life and break down the ridiculous controversies surrounding them. Of course, throughout this segment, whether you are a Busan resident, Korean resident living elsewhere, Busan expat, someone living in a totally different country, whoever you are, we want to hear your take on these ridiculous controversies during the program. If you're willing to pay Begon, you can send in your messages to Shop Kugong Ogong. You can comment for free on our YouTube live stream or send us a Kakao Talk message. Your messages could help us solve the mystery of these ridiculous issues once and for all.
Ooh, I like it. I like that big intro there. Before we move on, though, we do have our text topic for today as well.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what your favorite Busan food is.
That's an easy one.
Yeah?
돼지국밥,
진짜요?
다대기
I
빼고.
love it. 다대기 빼고.
Yes.
I thought you said 곱빼기 하고.
No.
Oh.
다대기 빼고.
Oh, you don't like the 다대기?
Why do you corrupt the pure flavor of the 깊은 맛 of the soup
wow.
with 다대기?
Wow, that sounds like 무슨 음악 노래 가사 같아요.
This is important.
Yeah.
This is possibly the first ridiculous controversy. Oh, we should have talked about this today, but 다대기, no.
I
ruining.
love 다대기.
No, you are
Yeah.
ruining the 깊은 맛 of the pork soup.
Okay.
You can't even taste the pork.
I got your point. Do you also not put in 새우젓?
No.
So how do you?
It's pork soup,
how do you
not
간바?
새우젓
Okay.
soup.
Oh yeah, but what if
No.
it tastes too plain?
You add salt,
Salt?
like a normal person.
No,
Come on.
It's Busan 돼지국밥.
돼지국밥. We have to have 돼지 맛.
Yeah.
If you add 새우젓, that's 새우젓 맛. We need 돼지 맛. 돼지 맛.
Yeah.
Yum, yummy,
All right,
yummy. That's
gotcha.
how the song goes.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah,
You
you
made
didn't
it?
know. You got
When
do
did
a
you-
quick search. You can just that's the words. I'm sure that's what it says.
We
Yeah.
had Jun Park name saying 다대기를 빼다니, but agreeing with you about 돼지맛.
Yes, see? That's very important.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm glad our listeners understand the importance.
And
Yes.
Jenny Nim also texting on YouTube Live saying, "Hi Melissa, I like your hairstyle."
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Is it the headphone that's pressing down to make that hairstyle, or is it
No,
just like that?
it's the bun.
Oh,
bun
nice.
life.
Ooh, I like
Yep,
it.
every day.
Hopefully mine gets long enough to do your hairstyle. too,
Yeah,
one day.
hey, I bet you can. You probably can.
All right. So what are we going to be starting for our very first segment?
Okay, so one of the questions I get asked most as a foreign person who's lived in Busan for a long time is, what are some of the biggest culture shocks you experience coming to Busan? And so for me personally, not a really big culture shock moving from the U.S. to Korea.
Really?
But there are small and seemingly insignificant problems, which not only me, but many other foreign residents I've met in Busan, they've talked about. And so this first topic for Busan 친구 Talk, it is perhaps the biggest issue. This is affecting tens of foreigners in South Korea every single day.
Not hundreds.
Not hundreds, tens.
Just tens.
Okay, tens.
All right.
It's related to this. So, David, and for you listening out there, please describe to me in excessive detail, how do you wash your dishes?
Oh, in excessive detail.
Yes, don't leave anything important out.
So assuming that the dishes are in the sink,
Okay.
all right, I put on 2 gloves.
Okay.
I put on an inner cotton glove, and then I
Oh.
put on the the dishwashing gloves.
Okay, you have
'Cause
very
it's,
delicate hands.
it's not that. I just can't put them in. And when it gets too moist inside, it's hard to take the gloves off. Right, the rubber
okay.
gloves. So I
Okay.
put in a cotton glove and then I put in the rubber gloves on.
Okay.
And then I turn on the faucet.
What kind of water's coming out? Hot water, cold water, lukewarm water?
Lukewarm to hot.
Okay.
Not like scalding hot. No.
Why not?
You could, but it takes a while for the gas systems to work. You know?
Okay. So you're saying you're lazy? Okay.
No,
just turn
no.
it on and just use it.
Hey.
Okay.
But also at the same time, before I'm doing the dishes are already in pre-soaked. You know, they're pre-soaked already. They're in the water.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So I don't really need to use hot water.
Okay. You
But
don't really need to.
But if
Interesting.
they're not pre-soaked, I would definitely have to use hot water.
Okay, so this is very interesting because dishwashing is something I get yelled at for allegedly doing wrong at my in-laws' house every single holiday.
Oh.
And I'm not alone. I've heard from other expat men and women visiting their Korean significant others' parents' house that they too get scolded for their dishwashing. And not only that, but hand washing as well.
How they hand wash?
Yes. So the biggest part of the ridiculous controversy here is water temperature. So highly scientific surveys I just conducted in the office right before this show, they indicate 60% of respondents usually use cold water unless they feel the pan is very greasy.
Oh,
This
for
is
dishwashing.
shocking. Yes. For
Oh.
dishwashing. Cold water. 60%.
Okay.
What? What do you mean, okay? Lukewarm water guy. Oh, man.
Well, listeners, what about you guys? Do you guys use lukewarm water or hot water or cold water when you're doing the dishes?
Yeah.
Let
So,
us know.
right? If you don't have a Korean in-laws house to visit to test if you too would get yelled at for using hot water to wash dishes, I mean, you can do a rather scientific observation of this phenomenon, right? You can go to Samyeon-sijang. They usually have like rotisserie chicken sellers, and they wash out their cooking equipment using hoses of cold water on the street.
Oh, really? How do you know
Yes.
it's cold?
Well, because the sellers, they very generously spray the water all over the street, and sometimes you get unlucky and you get splashed. So this cold water problem, this controversy, it's not only related to washing dishes, it's also related to washing your hands. So, David, after going to the bathroom, please tell me you wash your hands. You wash your hands, right? Okay.
Of course.
Well, just checking.
Yeah,
Okay.
jeez.
So, what temperature of water do you use when you wash your hands?
I mean, depends on the season, but
Okay, depends on the season.
Really?
This is not so promising. Okay, depends
Like-
on the season.
yeah, I mean, also depends on how much of a rush I am in. So if I have
Oh.
some time, I get
Okay.
to wash it for like a minute and a half.
Okay.
Then I would use maybe the lukewarm water.
Okay.
But if I'm in a rush,
Okay.
30 seconds max. That's all I've got. Cold water's fine.
I'm a bit concerned. Okay, maybe do we have some spray disinfectant we can clean around here a little bit? Okay. So, you know, I understand a little bit. Like in the summer, I don't mind as much. But, you know, in the winter, like bathrooms in Korea aren't heated, right?
Yeah.
Because usually we have the ondol and, you know, so it's cold. But then we wash our hands in ice cold water, and it's so cold that
Yeah.
I actually heard other foreign residents in Busan, they want to make a special like Busan bathroom app to find out which cafe and restaurant bathrooms have hot water.
I'm sure they all do.
Really?
Here, we've got some messages. They came back. We've
Okay.
got some listeners saying, MJ Park name saying, hot water is effective to washing dishes.
Oh,
We had
smart.
Kang Myung-Soo-nim saying, if there's a lot of oil on the pans, for example,
Mm-hmm.
that's only when I use hot water for washing dishes. Kang Myung-Soo-nim. We also had Suri-nim saying, 전 사계절 내내 무조건 살짝 뜨거운 물로 설거지해야 뭔가 살균되는 것 같아 안심되더라고요. So that this person will always have to use hot water to dishwash.
Aha. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're all kind of on your side there.
This is very surprising because
Yeah.
respondents in my highly scientific survey, they said cold water.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have another controversy here. So when you're washing dishes, I need to know, do you have like a shower of water or do you make like a bathtub of water for washing dishes?
That right now, the kitchen the sink that I have, I only have one basin,
Okay.
so I don't really fill up the water.
Okay.
I just shower it.
You shower it.
Yeah. How about you?
Okay. Well, I always have a bath, right? It's a dish bath. One sink filled with hot water.
So you have two basins.
One. Nowadays, I actually just have one.
Oh.
So I have hot water, and then you've got to keep the hot water running so you can, add more to rinse. Yes. So depending on if you do the shower or the basin, with the basin method, you really have to consider the order you are washing dishes.
Oh, that's very important, isn't it?
Yes. So, David, what's the order you wash your dishes? A lot of dishes, a lot of dirty dishes. What you washing first?
What am I washing first?
Yes. In your
Geez.
dish shower.
Whatever I touch first, basically.
Oh.
But
All right.
what do you mean? Well, what do you wash first, Professor? Tell me, Professor.
Well,
Yeah.
according to that very scientific survey I conducted in the office right before this show,
Okay.
actually only about half of respondents said they do have an order when
Oh.
they washed dishes. I mean, who knew? It's like dishwashing anarchy here in Busan. How stressful.
Yeah.
So some people, they said they wash like smallest to biggest, which is like forks, spoons, chopsticks, and then pots and pans is last. But then some people, Steve, they said...
Steve Hatherley?
No, Steve, your former 4 p.m.
Oh,
duo
Steve Glum, okay.
partner in crime, Steve,
Okay.
who shall remain nameless because I promised him anonymity. So forget that last part. So he said he starts with big and then goes to small.
Oh, big to small.
Yes, like pots and pans first. But see, I was taught you should use like glassware, wine glasses, beer glasses, that should be washed first.
Who taught you that?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
And you believe your mom's always right?
Yes. Yes, I do.
That's-
Do you not believe your
Yeah,
mom's
I think
always
my
right?
mom's always right too.
Okay.
But what if
Yes.
our moms say different things?
So as your Busan Chingu, I'm here to tell you honestly,
Yeah.
your mom might be wrong. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Chingu's got to give
Oof.
bad news. Tell it like
You're
it is.
not a good chingu then.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
right.
why. This is the ridiculous controversy. We've got to know what is the
right.
correct order.
Oh, I think I will give this one to our listeners to tell us what the best order is when it comes to doing the dishes. But man, I wish this segment was a little longer so we
Yes.
could talk more in depth about this. Thank you so much for today coming in.
Oh, yes.
And
Sorry
you've-
we don't have an answer to our controversy for today.
You've piqued interest in me and many other listeners. I don't know what to say.
We got to think about it. What is the order to wash dishes? Talk about it with your friends.
Right or wrong way, right?
Discuss.
Discuss.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much coming in, Melissa. We'll see you next week.
Yes, we'll see you next week.
All right. That was Melissa with